I'm Prospector's wife, Tara. Here's a little taste of my world. It's time for Prospector's Picky Pet Peeves on Rock 107.
I like to dine out, so I'm often dealing with waiters and waitresses, and most of these interactions, they go off without a hitch, but every so often there are issues. For instance, if I order a coffee and you ask me if I need creamer, when I say yes, that should be a tip that I'll need room for that creamer. Don't fill the coffee to the brim. Don't fill it so high you have to walk like a hot coal walker making his way to my table. Leave some room for that creamer. Yeah, you have to take displacement into effect. If you fill it to the top, then it's going to spill out when I add the cream and sugar. That's not what any of us want. You know, when you get into the tub, the water level rises? This is the same concept, but all in all, a minor annoyance.
Seriously?
More of a problem is a waiter arguing with me over my order. I'm a very picky eater, annoyingly picky, and I know this, and I make allowances for it when I dine out. So if you drop a plate in front of me and I say, "Excuse me, this isn't what I ordered," don't fight with me. The chances of me getting my order wrong are slim to none. You, on the other hand, are dealing with 5 people at my table and like 7 other tables. That's significantly more orders to deal with, thereby increasing the likelihood that you'd make a mistake. And it's not the end of the world. It won't affect my tip. Just take it back and bring me what I ordered. But when you say, "Oh, no, sir, you ordered blah, blah, blah," hey, that will affect your tip. It's my order. Let's go ahead and assume I know it.
All right.
Last one, and I know these are picky, but I hate it when I have to ask for salt or pepper at the table. They should be placed at the table ahead of time. Every time you reset the table, someone ensures the salt and pepper shakers are there at the table, along with proper flatware and a napkin. I can't tell you how many times I've had to ask for a knife or fork after my food's been served. Really? Am I a pig at the trough? Should I be burying my face into the mashed potatoes like that bratty 5-year-old at the table behind me? And that's another thing. Unruly kids. Look, I don't expect perfectly quiet babies. That's unrealistic. I get it. Babies cry. But we're talking older kids. And again, I don't expect Rockwillian pictures of family perfection, but when your kid knocks a plate out of a server's hand because they're running around roughhousing, you better do more than shrug your shoulders with that kids will be kids look. You should be disciplining your rotten sex trophies so we can all enjoy our meal.
Nobody cares. You think that was bad? Try living with him. Love you, honey. Mean it.
Collective whole, it happens. Good morning, it's Prospector Show on Rock 107. And Kate, Reddit users have been naming celebrities they think were unfairly canceled or mistreated by the public. And there are some highlights.
Oh, boy. Brendan Fraser, who I personally love, but he was basically shunned after accusing the former president of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association of groping him. He made a massive comeback with The Whale.
Wait, is there an intended pun in massive comeback on The Whale? Sorry.
After which we all realized how much we missed it.
I don't know if we all did. I had never been a big fan, although I loved The Whale and thought it was a good movie. Like, Brendan Fraser's just kind of been a meh actor to me, but I did feel like he was treated poorly when he started to say, "This guy was groping me," and all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh, he's persona non grata." That's ungood. Yeah. Ungood.
I love him.
All right, this one, you may not even remember this one. Richard Jewell. Do you know that guy?
It rings a bell.
He was a security guard at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics. He discovered a bomb and helped evacuate the area, but the FBI treated him as a suspect. The media and public kind of turned on him until he was exonerated. He died back in 2007 of complications related to diabetes. He was only 44 years old. But that guy had a rough ride, man.
He did not deserve that.
Absolutely not.
Janet Jackson.
Unfairly treated?
Oh, yeah. Wardrobe malfunction. We learned that phrase during the Super Bowl halftime show of 2024. 2004, excuse me. Mm-hmm. When Justin Timberlake exposed Janet's bejeweled chest, everyone got on her case, but Justin escaped pretty much unscathed for some reason.
Let's go back. Her whole chest was not bejeweled, and we didn't see her whole chest.
One very specific part of her chest.
We saw her nipple bejeweled, and that's that. And she changed the word because she didn't want to say it.
Hate that word.
And you're allowed to hate that word. It's fine. But I just, for the sake of clarity, that's what was bejeweled. And you're right. You know what? Justin got off easy on that one. And Janet, basically tanked her career, which is a shame because she's very talented.
She is very talented.
Yeah. Sinead O'Connor, do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
Never recovered from the blowback after she tore up a picture of Pope John Paul II on Saturday Night Live. This happened back in 1992. Here's the thing, and I get that it was shocking. Sometimes speech has to be shocking because the crime she was protesting was shocking. She was doing it to protest child abuse in the Catholic Church. She had a point to make, and a point that later came to be, oh my God, how did we miss this? here she was telling you.
Yeah, she was right the whole time.
Exactly.
Another one that you might not be familiar with, Rebecca Black.
Oh, I know Rebecca Black.
You know who she is?
Friday. I remember that song when it was huge. Absolutely.
She was just a 13-year-old kid trying to realize her dream of pop stardom when she released the horrible song Friday.
Yeah.
And it was just as a horrible music video in 2011.
Yeah.
In retrospect, we were all way too hard on her.
Yeah, here's a kid, 13 years old. She writes uber catchy pop song. It's not my favorite song in the world, and it got sickening after a while. But you know what I never did? Wrote an uber catchy pop song that got sickening after a while, and I'm 57 years old. She's talented, and we all gave her way, way too much grief. So to Rebecca and Sinead and Janet and Richard and, even Brendan Fraser, let me extend an apology on behalf of all of society. We're very sorry.
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Today is National Egg Day. Too bad I can't afford to celebrate. Disney is laying off hundreds of employees in its TV and films division. It's downright brutal. Just ask the remaining 21 Dalmatians. Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen married actress Haley Steinfeld. This is probably as close to a ring as he'll ever get.
Making sure breaking news stays broken. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
I don't know about you, but I never even got a pic hung on my mom's fridge. It's true. Good morning. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107.
Rihanna Kupitz, a 17-year-old junior at Old Forge Junior Senior High, made it big with her acrylic painting, Potato Heart, hanging in the U.S. Capitol, representing Pennsylvania's 8th Congressional District.
I'm wondering, is this a heart-shaped potato, Kate? This is the kind of wholesome, down-home magic kind of thing that just makes me proud to be from Northeast PA. Rihanna's out there turning backyard spuds into national treasures by painting them up like that. I'm betting the potato painting has its own fan club by now, and it just makes me want to hug my mashed potatoes tonight. I love this so much.
We had to look up to see if it was a painted potato or a painting of a potato.
You had to look it up. I knew. All right, go ahead.
Rihanna's mom found a quirky potato, which inspired her to create a vibrant acrylic painting. Her work was selected from many entries to represent the 8th District and is now on display in Washington, D.C.
Can you imagine this? Senators just walking by, sipping their coffee and going, what? That's a potatic masterpiece. That's right, I made up the word potatic. Rihanna's probably got him thinking, why didn't I paint a veggie? The kid's got heart, okay? Pun intended there. She's showing the world what Old Forge is made of.
Rihanna, a creative young artist, has honed her skills at Old Forge Junior Senior High and plans to study studio arts at Westchester University.
And look, the Westchester Rams, they're lucky to get her. This is the kind of story that makes you want to stand up and cheer like, yeah! A local kid, barely 17. You know what I was doing at 17 with potatoes? Eating them and sticking, try to make them into batteries to turn a light on for like a split second. She's taking a potato and turning it into art that's hanging where laws are made. Congress. It's grit, it's talent, it's rolled into one. And I'm saving a spot on my wall for her next masterpiece. I want some kind of, potato liver or something like that.
The Congressional Art Competition showcases high school talent nationwide. Rihanna's Potato Heart will hang in the Capitol for a year. It's a significant honor for her and a source of pride for Old Forge.
Imagine this. Tourists are taking selfies there with Rihanna's painting in the background. Get me next to the potato. This is why I love Northeast PA. Honest to God, really. Kids like Rihanna out there making us look good. I'm ready to declare her the official artist of Northeast PA for life. Let's just do that. Let's make it happen. Come on.
Rihanna expresses her delight and honor in having her work recognized in such a larger state. Old Forge, you have a rising star in the making.
Thrilled, honored. Kid, look, honestly, you deserve it. All right? I'm over here getting misty-eyed thinking about Rihanna walking into the Capitol and seeing her potato painting up there. This is what it's all about. Seriously, I'm not trying to, oversell this here. Young folks chasing their dreams. I love that kind of stuff. It makes me happy. So big round of applause to Rihanna. Woo! Keep painting. And, if I were you, I'd go spud spastic and just have a ton of potato paintings.
He's quirky and cranky, and that makes for a lot of awkward interactions.
What a jerk.
Help Prospector learn from his mistakes. It's time for Am I a Jerk on Rock 107.
Let's find out if I'm a jerk, Kate. Let's figure it out here. I bought an old coffee maker at a garage sale, and, it's in good shape. It works fine. It's wonderful. Paid $5 for it. But I got it home, and I just didn't like it in the house. didn't fit. I don't even know what I was thinking when I bought it or why I wanted it. So I go back to the garage sale and I ask the guy to take it back, and he looks at me like I'm out of my mind. I'm like, oh, I'd just like to return it. He's like, all sales are final. I'm like, I didn't see a sign. How do I know this? And he's like, tough crap. And I'm like, look, what's a bigger pain? Giving me the $5 back or having all these people who might buy something watch you argue with me over $5? He begrudgingly gave me the money back and told me never to step foot on his property again, which makes me wonder, am I a jerk?
Yes, Prospector, you're a jerk. And I say this all the time. You're cheap.
Yeah, well, I will firmly admit to being cheap all the time. But am I a jerk? That's a different story. What are we finding out there? And I'm betting it's not good for me.
I love this one. Nick from your Facebook said, not a 10 out of 10, but on the jerk scale, like a 6 or a 7. So, yeah, you're a jerk. We're using the jerk scale from here on out.
That's going to happen. Len's on the rock lines weighing in here. Len, what do you think? Am I a jerk? Rock 107.
Yeah, you're definitely a jerk this time. All sales should be final. I wouldn't even... You shouldn't have bought it in the first place.
Got one open mic on the Rock 107 app.
Yeah, Prospector, you are a jerk. It's understood that all sales at yard sales are final. You don't return things.
Not by me. It wasn't understood, but I'm starting to get that now.
Yeah, you're a little late to this.
Sure.
Teresa said, if you're squabbling over $5, you need a raise, jerk.
It's the principle, not the amount. Okay, go ahead.
My goodness. Rick from your Twitter said, for $5, you should have counted your losses. If you had a yard sale, you could have resold it. I think you're a jerk this time.
All right. Don checking in on the rock lines. Am I a jerk? Rock 107.
If you bought it, you bought it at a yard sale. You should expect not to take it back.
Is there any amount of money I spent that you'd be like, okay, you can take that back to our yard sale then?
Yeah, maybe. You're sort of a jerk.
All right, just curious, what would that number be? Like $50? Can I then go back and ask for my money back?
Yeah.
Okay, but $5, that's just crap, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm an idiot now. I get it. All right? Fine.
They said it, not me. Amy from your Instagram said, I would answer that with a penny saved as a penny earned, right? So no, not a jerk.
See, that's what I was thinking. I mean, come on. I'm not saying, oh, just give me my money back and I'm going to smash this. You can have it back and keep trying to sell it.
Guy from our TikTok said, yeah, you're an immense jerk. I would have bounced that coffee maker off your head and sent you on your way.
Yeah, all right, fine, Guy. That's okay. So I'm getting the feeling nobody's going to be with me except for one person, Amy, evidently. We're heading into the rock lines, though. Got actually one here, open mic on the Rock 107 app. I take the $5 thing back and I ask for my money back at the garage sale. Does that make me a jerk?
Jamie from Dunmore. Prospector, you're a jerk. You can't take that coffee pot back, you yam bag.
Rock 107, am I a jerk?
Yes, you are. Did you get a receipt? No. You wasted more, Prospector, time than the $5. No receipts, no returns.
That's what I'm saying.
This was a bad one for you. Bad one.
There'll be plenty more bad ones for me, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Well, Leslie from our TikTok said, I'm shocked you took it back. It was $5. A whole $5. Come on now, not $50. You probably paid more in gas just to take it back.
I walked. But anyway, you know how you get $50? You start with 5, and you get 10 more of those. Around, 10 times that. So there you go. I just did the math in my head real quick.
You need money.
Who doesn't? I'll use more. I'll take all the money in the world. In the question today of am I a jerk for buying a coffee maker at a garage sale, deciding I didn't like the way it looked at my house, going back to the garage sale and getting my money back, the answer is overwhelmingly, yes, I am a jerk.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
If you're having an MRI, say at Geisinger or something, you'd hope the tech wouldn't make a mistake. But maybe you shouldn't. Surgeons at the University of Maryland Medical Center recently found a woman's tumor thanks to a mistake the MRI technician made. They already knew she had a breast.
Around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
If someone says they're not into you, this probably isn't the best way to win them over. A weirdo in California is facing charges after he broke into a woman's house and woke her up by sucking on her toes. 27-year-old Christian Anguino had allegedly been harassing this woman for months, or more like stalking her. He'd follow her home from work, even slept outside her place in his car. 2 Wednesdays ago, she woke up around midnight to find him at the edge of her bed with her toes in his mouth. After that, he tried to get into bed with her, but she pushed him away and called 911. That's when he ran off. Cops didn't find him that night, but tracked him down the next day in the same area, so apparently he tried to come back. Even after the toe-sucking didn't go over like he apparently hoped it would, he's facing charges for burglary, stalking, sexual battery, and assault with intent to commit a felony.
Nominee number 2.
She tried to pull a fast one, but her sister's rap sheet said, "Nice try, sis." Police stopped Kenda Hess around 3 a.m. for unspecified violations. Hess was wanted in a homicide tied to a 2019 drug overdose death. She claimed to be her sister, Cody Hess. Unbeknownst to her, Cody was also wanted for felony retail theft. Officer arrested her based on the theft warrant and processed her. Police later confirmed her true identity as Kenda Hess. She's now detained under her real name, facing charges of homicide and drug delivery resulting in death. Her sister, Cody, remains at large.
And the winner is...
the fugitive who thought swapping names with her sister would outsmart the cops. Too bad her sister also had a warrant. You're the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all of the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app, a free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.